Exclusive content online at PimpyK.com. The views and opinions expressed are exclusively the views and opinions of PimpyK, not the views and opinions of our sponsors.
Looks like I picked the wrong week to quit amphetamines.
You know what they say? See a broad to get that booty yak 'em. Leg her down and smack 'em, yak 'em. Cold got to be. You know? Shit.
Now it's your turn.
Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
Let's do this!
Tonight's podcast exclusively powered by the PimpyK Multiverse Network.
What up, everybody, and welcome to the PimpyCast, episode number 14, season number 2, right here at the PimpyK Multiverse Network. In the studio, as always, Mr. Motherfucking Nekestro. How you doing, my man?
I can't complain, I guess.
No, you will before the end of the show. We know how that goes. We have a routine around here, and you always are status quo when it comes to that. All right, so here we are, episode number 14, the start of season number 2. Got a couple really, really cool things happening this episode. Of course, as always, we've got our featured artist of the week, which this week just happens to be a Pensacola area hip-hop artist, D Villain. He'll be joining us in the studio starting in the second segment, which is, you know, when we usually do the featured artist. I mean, you probably wouldn't know that because I think you're asleep half the time. Another cool thing.
Not half.
Another cool thing, you know, I give the man shit all the time. Everybody knows that. But another cool thing that's coming up, or that's going on this season, is we are gonna make it official that Alex, or as you know him, Mr. Nekestro, is now officially the co-host of the PimpyCast. We are still gonna have some guest co-hosts from time to time, but you know, just to make him feel better, just to give him a little bit of something to work for. I mean, he's still not going to work, we know that, but just to make him feel a little bit better, we went ahead and named Mr. Nekestro the official co-host of the PimpyCast, at least until the end of this episode. We'll have to see where we stand after that because, you know, he will find a way to fuck it up.
Always do.
Another cool thing, speaking of the featured artists, another cool thing is we have closed the votes. The polls are in.
I want to know who won.
And I know who the winner is. And we'll have that for you coming up at the in segment number 3. I could just tell y'all right now, but then who the fuck would stick around and watch? You know what I mean? So right. I'm gonna hold you guys hostage, pending the results. Right, pending the results of the show, I'm gonna hold you all hostage, and we'll let you guys know which one of the featured artists for last season will be the official first PMVN featured artist of the year for season number 1, which is really, really cool. The winner of that gets a small run of die-cut decals from AJ Custom Graphics. You can hit them up at ajcustomgraphics@yahoo.com. We will talk more about that when we get into the featured artist segment in the second segment. What else do we got? We got all kinds of cool shit coming up. We got some new things that we're gonna do that me and Nekestro were talking about going into coming into season number 2. We're gonna do a thing. We're not sure what segment we're gonna do, and we're gonna do it here today. Probably sometime in segment 3, I would think. We're gonna do tips. For up and coming artists, just some ideas, everything from which I think what we're going to cover today is promo and advertising and stuff like that, and then we'll get into all kinds of cool stuff, EQing. I'll live and bust out a screen capture of a Pro Tools session and show you guys how I EQ vocals. You know, I listen specifically in hip hop. I listen to a lot of artists out there, and they know that rule number 1 is that specifically in hip hop, that the vocals are supposed to be up front and they're supposed to be gritty and in your face, and that's true. That's completely true. But the one thing that happens a lot of times is they end up with a nice full upfront vocal that sits on top of the beat and is not actually right. That's not exact. It's not mixed inside of the beat where it's supposed to reside natively. And the reason for that is I think because a lot of these guys, you know, and I'm not knocking them because you guys did this, we all did this. You know what I mean? You end up getting your beats offline from free websites or jacking beats, just taking them whether you like it or not, you know, type of thing. And what ends up happening is you usually get a finalized version of that beat. You're getting the hi-fi instead of the lo-fi, which means it's already been compressed. It's already, it's probably, well, first of all, if it's in an MP3 format, that means it's under a compression rate that there's not going to be any headroom for you to add your vocals in, so they're going to have to sit on the top of the bottom. That's just the nature of the beast, the way that's going to work. So we'll get into some of that type of stuff. I mean, that would be cool. I'll show you guys how I EQ. Maybe one day we'll do something on mastering and finalization. I mean, you know, we'll just pull some shit out of our ass like we always do here at the PimpyCast. I mean,
works so far.
Right, exactly.
I guess.
One throwback that we can do from season number 1, which will be really cool because the votes are in on this and people love it. They love when I get to the part of the show where I ask my co-host. So what's up, baby boy, and how have you been?
You don't even want to know.
All right, hit me with it.
I don't know, man. Really, I can't. I mean,
Come on.
You know what? I could complain about a lot of shit right now, but I'm not gonna this time, man, because I've been drunk and high for the whole week.
I'm gonna get rid of all my problems.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Staring at the bottom of a bottle, baby.
Oh, and that's why I have you on the show. I wouldn't have it any other way. Fuck the bullshit. All right, so right off the bat, I got to ask you though. When we talk about how we're gonna bring you on, and you're gonna be, you know, the new co-host for the PimpyCast, you know. So I want to know just right now, off the top of your head, what kind of ideas, what can you bring to the show? I'm not asking what your qualifications or anything like that are, because obviously if I didn't want you here, you wouldn't be here, right?
Fair enough.
One, you've been ever since, you know, we first started doing this, specifically when we started doing video, you've been here in any chance you got. Anytime I've needed help, whatever, you're always here. It's really cool. Oh, and just so you guys know, another cool little thing, and maybe towards the end of this season, you'll get a little bit of a flavor on it, a little piece of the flavor, but me and Nekestro are actually working on a new music project, which hopefully we'll get to.
Gonna kill it too, goddammit.
I hope so. That or ourselves, one or the other. It's been a long time since I wrote or anything, man. So I sat in here like, how do you do that again? This shit was not easy. But we're working on a project. But anyway, man, seriously, I want to know, what do you bring to the show? Other than just sit there drunk and complain about shit the whole fucking time and fuck up when you do the contacts, because that's what we're going to be doing next. And I'm more than positive that you're going to be fucking that up too. So just let me know, what is it that you bring to the show? What is it? What kind of flavor can you add to the party mix?
I can make the viewers and the listeners feel better about themselves.
just based on how shitty you are?
Yeah.
Oh, that's I like it. That's good. I think you've been doing that the whole time. But
I also like digital music news.
Oh, okay.
And I like other things.
Does that mean that you're going to start bringing little news snippets? Maybe that'll be your thing. Maybe we can do, you know, do some sort of music news with Nekestro.
I'm about that.
I'll tell you what, we'll do that. We'll start ending segment 1 with, it's underground music news with Nekestro. Except we'll get Ed to do it, so it's not cheesy radio voice. It's actually a real radio voice. That'd be cool.
That's fine.
Because you know me, after about 4 or 5 minutes, I go from cheesy radio DJ and stripper coming up on the main stage. We got Crystal. Stick around, fellas. Got roll call in about 45 minutes. Don't forget tip your bartender. And then I start just doing.
I like the easy listening.
And then I go into the French voice that we did in pre-show. Oui, oui. Touch my oui, oui. That is the quality of broadcasting that you will get out of us. Oh, and the application that we're going to be using to go into breaks for now on that actually plays the lineup just crashed on me, so that's beautiful. So that's something that maybe we can get you to kill some time with while I reset up going into the end of the segment. Fuck, I don't know.
Child.
All right. So anyway, it's that time. We talk about how you can contact us. Oh, and we got some new shit. So I'm gonna go ahead and let Alex do his thing real quick. If I can figure out what the fuck I did with it, have at it, brother.
Well,
you motherfucker, you're fired.
Get at us, man. Get at us. Contact us. Win some kind of fucking contest or something. Like some shit. Go to facebook.com/PimpyK and fucking like that shit. And go to Twitter @MrPimpyK and fucking follow that shit. And then email radio@pimpyk.com and tell them that you did that shit. And hit us up for... Yeah,
this is new. Oh, that threw a wrench in this. That shit threw a wrench for you, didn't it? Yeah, that's all brand new. That's something else I wanted to talk about. You guys can actually hit us up, and we've always done this before, but we're actually going to monitor it online. So you guys can actually hit us up on the live chat feed that's going on on YouTube. And I've got a cool little thing. Let me see if I can find it right here. And I think I might have to set it up. Yeah, I'd have to set that up. But so we can come in here, boom, we're going to choose an event and do that, and bam, there it is. Nobody's typed anything yet, so there isn't anything. But what I can do is every now and then I can turn this little square on that's right here that you guys aren't seeing, that doesn't exist. I could be full of shit. I am Bruce Broman. But anyway, so we can turn that on, and I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off now because I know one of you assholes are gonna start typing "ha-ha" or something like that, and I can't have any of it. But what we're gonna do is we have live YouTube. If you guys send anything across that's funny, or if one of the producers sees it and thinks it's worth talking about, then we'll fucking start talking about it on the air. This is gonna be really cool for the deal if that ever happens again. That's still on the fence. I know a lot of you guys
what's the deal with the deal?
What is the deal with the deal? I think the deal with the deal is that the deal is dealing with some shit right now. That's really
the deal with the deal is that Villarreal is handling some shit.
Yeah, Villarreal's got some personal things going on right now, so he had to take a little leap of absence. Not a big deal. He'll be back in full force, full of piss and vinegar and bitching at the world like usual. That's what we have Alex here for, so we don't really need him on the deal because there's I don't even know if I could stick around for that bullshit. That would be just fucking nuts. All right, so we got the contact out of the way. We got the live YouTube chat, so if you guys want to talk some shit, hit us up in the chat room, at the live chat room on YouTube while we're in the middle of our broadcast, and you can send us a message. There is a little bit of a delay, so it might take us a second to get to it, but if it's worth, if it's noteworthy, we'll check it out. Other than that, we're gonna go ahead and end this segment. So, Alex, one more time, and I want you to do this really slow because now I got to get all the segment ending bullshit back together. All right. So, why don't you go ahead and run the contact information by them one more time?
All right. Well.
No, you don't have to do it that slow.
Facebook.com/PimpyK. Twitter @MrPimpyK. Radio @PimpyK.com. You like the Facebook and follow the Twitter, and then tell fucking email that you did it. And hit us up on live YouTube chat. Or don't. I don't give a fuck.
Hey, that was actually pretty good, dude.
Yeah, you fucked me up over there. You took it off the screen. I couldn't even read the shit.
Well, no, man. I told you I was trying to.
That shit.
Don't fucking argue with me. I told you I was trying to end the fucking segment and some shit crashed. Now, if you want to be here in the second segment, I suggest you get that attitude proper, son.
I'm scared.
Y'all are watching the PimpyCast.
My only job.
Right here at the PimpyK Multiverse Network. We'll be right back, y'all.
The PMVN Featured Artist of the Week is sponsored by AJ Custom Graphics. Your imagination is our only limitation. AJ Custom Graphics at yahoo.com.
When you do this shit for you, 100% for you, you can grind and stay up for 5 and 6 days and not really be tired because it's for you. You know what I'm saying? Like motherfuckers be at work and be bummed out. Fuck, I'm in this bitch. It's cause you in that bitch for him. You're not in there for you. We in this bitch for us. So just grind for yourself and you just gonna get this shit done, man. Just do you. It's all gonna pay out, man.
I see I've been the topic of discussion. I guess I must be doing something right then. There's levels to these things, homie, I know. But all I ever learned to do was win and win. Many men have stood in front of me, but now many won't. The bright side is that I've never backed down and I won't. It's always like a scary movie when it comes down to the dough. Patience must be shown. You see, for the most part, I've done it on my own. Looked around and pressed the red button, fuck it, I'm like, here goes nothing. Kinda how you have to look at it sometimes. Discover fine print written between the lines. Just don't give a shit. Remember this, you got them, kick them anywhere as long as it's swift. It's 14 inches every day, so fuck the bitches. The villain's in the building if you couldn't smell the hints. It don't make no sense how everybody wants to throw sense in the pot and expect a dollar or a dream to cook up. Consider it dumb because you're talking to a boss. I'll carry out the order on my own before I take a loss. It's everybody for themselves, get it in. Real always recognize real in the end. It's everybody for themselves, get it in. Real always recognize real in the end. It don't make no sense. Hustle don't discriminate. Good things come to those who work that ass off. I came with it, brought the heat too. I tell them that I'm chilling like a villain, here's the proof. Smile through the bullshit and made it from the booth into VIP. Ironically, from VIP to look at me. I'm exactly what I want to be. On this microphone talking like it's only you and me. See, I don't do drugs, I am them, you critics. It's only weed anyway, so just shut up and hit it. I'm promising that once you do, you'll instantly stop bitching. Open up your mind a little, then you'll make a difference. I'm sitting in the studio and plotting with my villains. Our plans are come together, so about time to make a killing. The army has grown strong, the cylinders are hitting. The spot is nice like single bed living. It don't make no sense how everybody wants to throw sense in the pot and expect a dollar or a dream to cook up. Consider it dumb because you're talking to a boss. I'll carry out the order on my own before I take a loss. It's everybody for themselves, get it in. Real always recognize real in the end. It's everybody for themselves, get it in. Real always recognize real in the end. It don't make no sense.
The PMV Artist of the Week.
Can you tell me how to get to Pimpy K Street? Tonight's show brought to you by the letters P and the letters K, exclusively on the Pimpy K Multiverse Network.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the PimpyCast. We're rolling to segment number 2. I'd like to introduce our featured artist of the week, motherfucking D Villain. How you doing, my man?
Woo, chilling like a villain.
That's what's up. That's a chilling like a villain. See, you're pretty much the only person that's allowed to say that old whack played out shit anymore, only because it's kind of your thing.
You know what? But it's
no. I just gave you permission, so it's okay.
I mean, but even if you did or not, I was gonna do it anyways. But the thing was, it's like I guess I'm only 26, so it's not like it's new to me. Like, you know, it's new to me. I'm only 26, so I mean, like.
So it's like retro to you. So I feel like now you're just fucking calling me old.
I'm not. You said it.
And I'm gonna tell you now, it doesn't work that way. I could go to the club. I could go to the club tomorrow, and if I say "whoop," there it is, not people are like, man, he brought it back. He brought it back.
Oh shit! What you got to make it your own thing.
You can't just walk out there and be down with OPP and think that you're gonna fucking revitalize the movement. It doesn't work that way, motherfucker.
To quit.
Well, shit.
Too legit to quit. Alex gonna go and bring up some. Damn, that's too old, man. You know what I'm saying? I at least stayed in the '90s, motherfucker. Hey, you know it's funny? I got my stepdad. He's a fucking redneck. I love him to death. Like he's like the cool. Like he's not really a redneck. He's more like a country boy. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not a bigot or any like stuff that you would actually think of when you think of a redneck.
Yeah.
But he's definitely a country motherfucker. And you know the funny thing about those dudes is like by the time they get a hold of any type of like hip hop or R&B cultural shit, it's usually like 10 or 15 years later, or 20 in his case, because this motherfucker, when he's happy now, he goes, whoop, there it is.
It's just like, no, like, stop. It's like, what? It's like, no.
I'm telling you, I heard this motherfucker say, that's just the bomb. And I was like, no, dude, you're not allowed to do that. And I forget how old fucking the bomb, like, that's old.
The boom?
The bomb?
The bomb.
The boom? I don't remember that one.
I don't know. I was asking you. Like I said, I'm only 20. Like I said, I'm
high
only 26.
motherfucker.
I am.
Come up in here smelling like a skunk done shit all over the place. I'm all right with that, though. I'm all right with that.
Walking nug.
Once again, guys, if you guys are just tuning in, I'd like to welcome you to the PimpyCast. We got our featured artist of the week, D Villain. Got Mr. Nekestro over to the other side of him, co-hosting. Like I said in segment number 1, he is now. I'm gonna give this motherfucker a full-time job that he can be here part-time, so it fits him perfectly. You know what I'm saying? Like this motherfucker don't ever show up for shit. It's all my people. Like I think I've given every one of my friends a shot at co-hosting this show, and he's the only one that's ever showed up, and he's never fucking here either.
But
so.
You know what? That's like any hustle though, because you got like people that are like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be there.
Yeah,
like, you know, once it's like in motion, you're like, oh well, where you at? And like, you know, shit. Yeah, I was like,
All right, Mr. D Villain. So why don't you go ahead and take a second to let some of our viewers that may not have heard of you yet give them a little idea of what it is you do, who you are, what you're about, and anything you got coming up.
Shit, I'm D Villain. Sort of. Really, I'm just about, I don't know, I'm about love pretty much. Like I don't give a fuck about 99.9% of the shit that a lot of the people don't give a fuck about. So I'm just like, you know, move on to the next one. If it's not good for you, then why the fuck are you doing it? Why are you around it? And I just kind of preach that, and I practice what I preach, and I just, you know, run somebody over.
I honestly believe you practice what you preach, because I don't even think you remember what you were talking about, because you just said, fuck it, I don't care anymore. And you just started rambling about some other shit.
No, I mean, I remember. I can go back to the first one. Yeah, that's what I was about. And I was like, shit, I'm about love, and I'm about practicing what I preach, and I'm about, if it ain't good for you, then fucking run that shit over and go about your fucking business.
Called him out.
I'm high, but I'm very, like, you know, I got this here, man.
See, here's what you don't understand. When people stand their ground against me, it's not like I fucking bash them or anything. I just move on to the next subject.
Exactly.
To me, that's status fucking quo. He handled his business. He did exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you fucking start the whine. That's why I continue to bet.
Y'all wild.
About stupid shit that nobody gives a fuck about, you know? There's no running water.
It's like, well, what are you about,
My power's been turned off for 8 weeks. Like anybody gives a fuck that you're fucking freezing, because, that's another thing. I gave him a full-time job, and I don't even pay him. At least not enough for him to keep his power on, apparently.
Oh, well, I mean, shit. It's an internship. That's what it is.
No, because they at least get college credits. That's not that.
Gets daps and beer.
No, he definitely does get fed some beer. That's for damn sure. Anybody that's on the PimpyCast gets fed some beer. That's kind of what we do around here. He's like, man, I wouldn't even be here if there wasn't beer. He's like, I don't give a fuck what it is you're doing. You got any beer? Yeah, man, but look, I want to tell you about the show I want to do. It's the
beer.
Pimpy, I'm down. Whatever you do is fine, man, but you got beer. It's like, yeah, I'll be here.
What kind of beer?
Sorry, motherfucker. All right, man.
Wild, man.
So you let us know what you're about, which is really cool. Me and Alex have had the privilege to see this guy perform live downtown at the Handlebar a couple times, I think. And
Love that spot.
I've seen him play a few times.
Yeah, your live performance is really, really dope, man.
Preach.
I've enjoyed it. Both times that I've seen it. What do you got? You got anything coming up?
Well, actually, yesterday I was just happened to be hanging out in the Handlebar smoking a doobie with the dude in the back. I would drop his name, but yes, whatever.
Damn, Jimmy.
No, it wasn't even him, man. It wasn't even him. So y'all can take that mask off. You know, if it was like that, like Guess Who, y'all can take that off.
Jimmy watches the show, so I'll drop that old bastard's name anytime.
Y'all ridiculous. But but he was just like, hey man, I need something for Saturday, February 20th. Can you put something up? So I think I'm throw a safety meeting on the 20th.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Y'all get at me for that.
Hell yeah, for sure, man. We'll show up. We'll go. We'll help you promote. We'll bring you on the show. You know what I'm saying? At least in like a segment or whatever before we bring on the featured artist that's booked for that week, and we'll let you peddle your wares, man, because that's what it's all about. So how long have you been doing this?
Actually, not too long to a lot of people's standards. I would probably say like seriously, like 5-6 years. Like
5 or 6
like
years?
thinking like, hey, like let me put all my energy to this shit and like actually like put my heart and like everything into this. About 5-6 years.
You know, the funny thing about all of that is if you think about how long me and Alex have been doing this, I don't mean how long we've been doing it like when we first started. I mean like how long we've actually put work in. It would probably only be about 2 or 3 years. We've been doing it.
I would disagree with that.
No, bullshit. We've been doing it. We've been doing it way too long to have a lack of fucking shit. Well, no. Actually, you're the one person I would say because you've got a bunch of solo shit that you've recorded over the years.
Albums for days.
Right? Yeah, that you've never even fucking released.
Well,
no, they're not good enough.
Exactly. Dude, I'm like,
quality over quantity anytime, man, for sure. Absolutely. No, you gotta respect that for sure.
All killer, no filler.
Like, but I've always been like I use the same method I've always used in like the last 5-6 years I've been in music. I've used like I write, like I don't have like a structure, I guess is what a lot of people say. They're like, it's unorthodox flow or something like that. I don't see that. I don't know what it is. I'm just like
everybody fucking has their own groove. If you do sound like somebody else, then you're not fucking doing it right.
Exactly.
That's the way I see it. Fuck it.
I'm like, why y'all trying to box me in for one thing? So just fuck it. Like I said, run that shit over.
That's the problem with a lot of these motherfuckers that are out here wondering why nobody's listening to their music, because they're already listening to their music. It's just being put out by the artists that they're fucking stealing it from. You know what I'm saying? There's just too many motherfuckers out there right now that sound exactly like somebody else.
Yeah, true
you know,
story,
and there's
there's
a few rappers in particular from multiple genres within the hip hop community that I can tell you right now, it's the ones that they're doing it to. If you want to get into more of the pop style of hip hop, what's the fucking dude with the tattoo? Lil Wayne. There's so many cats out there doing that. Like, you don't even understand what the fuck they're saying. They got auto-tune, not even on just the singing parts, on the fucking rapping.
What sucks though is Lil Wayne came from a background of good music. Though.
Right, but he's garbage.
So what the fuck happened?
Who knows? Who knows?
It's money. Money happened.
If you want to go,
that's what happened.
if you want to go the horrorcore route, or even like the hardcore hip hop route, specifically underground, like Twisted, all those little horrorcore. I mean, they all write and do everything just like those dudes. Like you know what I mean? Like the Axe Murder Boys and all these other cats. They fucking put their hair in twists and everything just like them.
Popular shit. Honestly, that's what a lot of people gravitate towards.
Right, but why don't you listen? You should listen to me. First of all, if you're working on a craft, you should have such a blend of listening experience. You should have listened and learned from so many people that you've developed your own unique style in it, and it comes forth when you spit. You know what I mean? If you're only listening to one artist and you go out and you try to make an album, it's gonna sound like that one fucking artist, and that's what a lot of these kids are doing, obviously, because how the fuck else? You know what I mean? But it only works with shitty rappers, really, for the most part, because I mean,
they don't have a style.
I'm sure
like,
there's a rapper out there that listens to nothing but Tech Nine, but I bet he sounds nothing like the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Like, for one, you could tell the ones that are in it for like the financial gain, and the one that are in it for like the release gain, I guess, like that personal growth kind of gain. and the ones that really like, you know, they have no structure to their music or their hustles or anything. Like they just do that shit just for the fucking money.
Some people make
like
music
nine times out of 10.
Some people make music because they want to kill people, and they will if they don't.
Yeah, right? yeah, exactly.
See,
exactly.
I don't agree with that personally. I believe there are people that are specifically in it for the money. Maybe not always like that, but eventually that's exactly what it became. I think music is an art, and what happens in art is you start to go out of your way to gain ground. And as in any type of artistry, specifically music, what happens is once people start to get a taste of your music, you don't want anything else but for more people to get a taste of your music. And then it becomes a matter of, fuck, I've been busting my ass on this. This is my fucking passion. I need to be known. I need to get out there. So it's not really about money, but it's definitely about fame. You definitely want a large amount of people to know your struggle, to know, to feel this syrup flow that of emotions and everything else that goes in it that you write. And if you're a really good singer-songwriter from any genre and you've actually struggled, you can feel that in that music, and people fucking pick up on that shit and they love it. And all they want more than anything is for it to be heard by as many people as possible. Now, a lot of people say, well, that's selling out, fucking blah, blah, blah. No, you know who talks about selling out are fans. And that's what you got to be careful about, because your fans will deny promoting your music to people on the outside because they want you to be theirs. So you got to seriously.
That's real. That's real shit.
That's exactly what happens.
I feel
because they think, man, I knew that motherfucker before it blew up. Yeah, and you had no help in him blowing up because you got that fucking attitude. There's some bands out there that blew the fuck up the right way. You know what I'm saying? And they handle themselves the right way. And they're still touring the right way. And people still go to see them and pay the right way. You understand what I'm saying? Because they did it legit. They weren't like all fucking wrapped up with the money. Were they wrapped up with the fame? Of course they were. Nobody fucking starts writing music or painting pictures or anything like that. I mean, I'm sure there's some people out there that just strum on a guitar or paint pictures of fucking fruit bowls and shit to relax. I'm sure some of that exists. But for the most part, people don't dedicate time, sweat, tears, and money into a craft where they don't want to be known. Fuck whether it gets paid. I mean, everybody would love to quit their job and do it full time. I'd love to quit my job and do this full time. But the fact of the matter is this: they definitely want the fame. They want to be known, and they want people to feel what they felt when they fucking inked it and fucking laid it to wax. That's just the way it is.
Oh, yeah, true story.
He says some people paint fruit bowls to relieve stress. But those kind of people, you never hear.
That would be a bowl full of Nekestro.
Y'all fucking ridiculous.
He'd be fucking butt naked like the fucking Sixteen Chapel fucking thing with his finger out. Except it'd be his dick out touching dicks with some other dude. That's what I think. No, fuck you.
You know what? I quit.
Yeah, you should.
You can't fire me.
Yeah, what do you mean you quit? I fired you last segment. What the fuck are you still doing here?
Wah, wah.
There's still beer in your fridge.
Wah, wah,
yeah, there's still beer in the fridge. He's going to stick around. Hey, listen to me. I've got a fucking soundboard. I don't need you doing womps for fucking the next hour and a half.
That is one of my trademarks, I guess you can call that. Like chill with the villain.
That's a trademark, right? Yeah, because that wasn't a common saying back in the early 90s.
But everybody knows, but now you can womp and whenever somebody sees D villain,
so you put your little touch on it,
whenever
right?
somebody sees D villain, they're like, oh, chilling with the villain. So, I mean, shit, there you go. No matter what you say, like, yes, I have a plan and I have a reason behind almost everything I do. It's like, so.
How old are you?
26.
Okay, that makes sense then.
Yeah, I got goals, man. Fuck that shit.
Goals. Yeah. You definitely have a great imagination, and I love that about you.
Yeah, I try.
The one cool thing about your music, man, is just how fucking, to me, like lyrically, it's just like real. It's pure. And don't take this as an insult, but like as a lyricist, I compare it almost to the sort of the lyric building that Gwen Stefani does. Where like, no, hear me out on that. Where like it's like
I like Gwen Stefani, so I mean, I'm
yeah,
just
like it's and dude, she's one of the best lyricists. Period. Most real raw lyricists ever. And what it is she can build this fucking like enormous story. And you're gonna have to fucking leave if you keep doing that. And
I forgot she was there.
she can build this fucking awesome story, and she doesn't like use metaphors. She tells you exactly what the fuck it is that's going on and exactly how she feels about it without like beating around the bush and being super artsy about it. You know what I mean? And you do that in your raps, and I fucking love the shit out of that because you don't because I don't do that. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like when I'm talking about something in particular, like I go the roundabout way to for some artists they just leave it to the imagination or leave it up to speculation, and I'm one of those guys, and there's nothing wrong with that. But there's something to be said about a lyricist that when he writes, he just does it pure and simple. Like, look, this is what I'm talking about. I'm not. There's no fucking super algorithm to get into the middle of what's going on here. That this is what the fuck I mean.
Well, I like to write. Like I said, I've been writing the same way I've written my whole life. Like it's just pages straight on my damn journal. Like you can pretty much read, or you can read my lyrics, or you can like listen to my songs, and you're gonna hear like my story. Like, what I've gone through that day or what the fuck I was just thinking about, like, about a certain situation. Like, I'm going to paint you a picture, but it's going to be my picture. It's going to be like, exactly how it was to my two eyes and felt to my shoes. It's like, no, I can't. Like, I'm not really good at, you say I got a good imagination. But at the same time, I can't really portray exactly how I was feeling unless I write down exactly how I was feeling.
Yeah, well, I can promise you this. I think Jay-Z is the only person I've ever heard of that just doesn't write shit down. He just walks into a studio and remembers everything. You know what I mean? Dude, me and Alex were in a fucking studio session the other day, and I swear I had this dope fucking verse. I typed out the first bar, and I was like, fuck, dude, I forgot it already, man. It was so fucking pissed. All right, Alex, why don't you get a couple questions in? We're going to go ahead and end this segment. So, do you want to, you want to stick around for segment 3? You got somewhere you got to be, or what?
I should do.
All right, cool. All right. All right, take care of it, Alex.
Oh, fuck me, man. I was unprepared. All right. What's in your CD?
You always come up with some silly shit. Why don't you just do that now?
CD player, Currency, J. Cole, or Big Crit in no particular order.
All right. Verizon or AT&T?
Verizon.
Verizon?
Yeah, I guess.
Shit.
I got T-Mobile, and T-Mobile fucking sucks. I'm sorry.
All right, there you go.
I'll be in the store with no signal.
There you go. Bet. All right. You smoke cigarettes?
Nope.
Why not?
Strictly weed. Cigarettes.
Why not?
I don't know.
Fucking
I guess
Alex.
I've seen that cigarettes is, I don't know, they kill people. I haven't heard one person die from weed, so I just smoke a lot of weed.
That happens. That happens.
Do you drink or you just burn exclusively?
I'm trying to stop drinking.
All right, D-Villain will not be back with us coming up in the third segment of the PimpyCast.
Stop drinking, man. Like drinking is just like, I don't know, I feel horrible like every time I fucking drink.
Then you're not doing it right.
Man, I just want to stick to smoking. Like fucking.
No, drinking will fucking kill you too, dude. That'll be the death of me. I can almost assure you that.
I say I only come back to drinking like every now and then, but when I do, shit comes back with fucking vengeance, and I'm like, go away. So it's something I'm trying to push away. Any more questions? I mean, shit, I got all night. I mean, what's in your seat? What's up? What's next for you?
What's what?
What's next for you?
What are you talking about?
I mean, shit, it's my turn to ask questions. What's next in your world?
Oh, flipping the script. I did already talk about this, but go ahead, Alex. Tell them what's going on. Dude, hey, D, I like you. You're a cool cat, but you can't just be putting my co-host on the spot like that, dude.
I can put you. You talked the whole time, so I'm gonna ask Alex some questions.
No, that's the fucking formula. That's what this is. If he talked any more than what I allowed him, then I would have to fire him, and I mean he'd still be here, but I'd have to fucking fire him.
Whatever.
All right, guys, we're gonna jump out to a break. You're watching the PimpyCast. This is D-Ville and Nekestro right here at the PimpyK Multiverse Network. Thanks for watching, y'all.
Been on the same old block, kicking it under the shade tree on the same old lot. You white owl was the same old plot. Tell me when you wanna came out on top. Tell me when you wanna came out on top. They be like, hey, that's my nigga though. Then me and him go way back. They be like, hey, that's my nigga though. Me and him go way back. Thank God for rollerblades. Taught me obstacles at a young age. Been on my grind, still making moves. Slide like ice at the coolest dude, I'm rude. Name's D, Royceville bro from Green Tree. Skinny jeans, homie, that's me. I'm quiet as fuck till heard on the beat. Seen the street. Had a thing for Alicia, y'all making Twin Peaks. What's a real nigga? I wonder what's keeping her. Plenty fish in the sea. Seaweed too. Smoke proceeds what I do. Gone long aloof for the booth. Lights, camera, action. What about you? If I were you, I'd do whatever I wanted to. But that's me. That lean, it just comes so naturally. Actually, noticed it at middle school. I'll throw a pool party, not get in the pool. Differences might be minuscule, but they had pool. Is why I roll up on the east side. East side, they fuck with me. And I roll up on the west side. West side, they fuck with me. And I roll up on the south side. South side, they fuck with me. And I roll up in uptown, cause uptown, they fuck with me. Like, hey, that's my nigga though. Me and him go way back. They be like, hey, that's my nigga though. Me and him go way back. They be like, hey, that's my nigga though. Me and him go way back. They be like, hey, that's my nigga though. Me and him go way back. Look, I had to do it big. Villains come from far and wide like villain is a shit. But looking out my window like, ain't this about a bitch? It's all good in the dirty south. All love if I'm keeping count. All up to me. I rely on me getting me. I get me, then I got my team. And if them or us, so nigga please, I got this. Sour diesel strong enough to blast off rockets. The aroma of ganja don't leave my pockets. End of discussion. Worst come to worst, I end up fucking. For the most part, I end you luckum. Think she thought we'd date or something. Nah, girl, small town, so small world. Dream chasing makes my twirl, so skirt. Is why I roll up on the east side. East side, they fuck with me. And I roll up on the west side. West side, they fuck with me. And I roll up on the south side. South side, they fuck with me. And I roll up in uptown, cause uptown, they fuck with me. Like, hey, that's my nigga though. Me and him go way back. They be like, hey, that's my nigga though. Me and him go way back. They be like, hey, that's my nigga though. Me and him go way back. They be like, hey, that's my nigga though. Me and him go way back. They be like.
Are you an unsigned recording artist struggling to get heard? Sign up today to be the PMVN Featured Artist of the Week. You can get your track spinning on the PMVN radio network. You can get discounts on band merchandise and chances to win prizes that could help you further your project. The PMVN Featured Artist of the Week is sponsored by AJ Custom Graphics. AJ Custom Graphics is there for all your band's printing needs. Contact them online today at ajcustomgraphics@yahoo.com. And make sure you tell them Pimpy K sent you.
Load the barrels, I'm a killer in the skies. Got corruption in my eyes. Have your porch collecting newspapers, body collecting flies. When I kick down your door and order you to the floor, it's time to start the show. I'm like folklore, oh lord, junkie with piano chord, collecting all your duckets, then I'm fucking to the liquor store. The opposite of sanity, the cornerstone of calamity. I represent the darker side of this humanity. I plan to be a figure like the Pope, but only bigger. And I'll be sanctioned by my God as I go with every trigger. Check it out, I'm about to flex and check your chin. I'm selfish, full of sin, the tyranny of evil men. I'm the angel from the depths, the exodus of fire. Represent the TOC, glory to the empire. Glory be to war when there's peace. Gory mangled bodies of deceased. Humans are the devil, ponder on the notion. The potion set in motion, boiled in the ocean. Glory be to war when there's peace. That's the way it goes, it's the nature of the beast. Showing devils hidden in the shadows, exposed by the light, exploding in the battle. I feel the energy of God, AKs and lightning rods. The genie's out the bottle, and I can see through your facade. Not a moment of the vexing complex intervention could ever interject the imperfections. Detection of the weak, deceived by my mind. The humans that are guided, blinded by the violence. Silence in the ranks, give thanks to all the wisdom and visions of the future. War and cataclysm, system cease to function, triggering a Russian protocol to launch a mass nuclear eruption. A few that survive and live to tell the story. Want the earth to be reversed and blessed with purgatory. Horrible and gory, holes in evolution. A man forever changed due to lack of resolution. Contusions of the soul, a shifting of the poles, and sifting through the embers of irradiated coals.
Glory be to war when there's peace. Gory mangled bodies of deceased.
Humans are the devil, ponder on the notion. Abortion set in motion, boil in the ocean.
Glory be to war when there's peace. That's the way it goes, it's the nature of the
church showing devils hidden in the shadows, exposed by the light, exploding in the battle. I'm the messenger, the boss, the response to Holocaust. And I'm the pinnacle of evil, craving souls of the lost. I'm the wickedest of men, kinfolk, I'm not your friend. The punisher of sin and cast into oblivion. Billion acting soldiers, angels playing trumpets, and all human infrastructure perishes in moments. Hope is but a thought when bodies left to rot will rise from the dead, from the temporary plots. Hearts feel the faces, stomachs start to cramping. When plague hits the earth, disease that runs rampant. And faces of the lost appearing out the caves, and braving tempest storms that form in the latter days. Blazed of arise, they glance to scorched earth. Observe the flat turf, it's time for rebirth. It's time to end the war, it's Archangel Michael. Sheath his holy sword and put an end to the cycle.
Glory be to war when there's peace. Gory mangled bodies of deceased.
Humans are the devil, ponder on the notion. Abortion set in motion, boil in the ocean.
Glory be to war when there's peace. That's the way it goes, it's the nature of the
church showing devils hidden in the shadows, exposed by the light, exploding in the battle.
Glory be to war when there's peace. Gory mangled bodies of deceased.
Humans are the devil, ponder on the notion. Abortion set in motion, boil in the ocean.
Glory be to war when there's peace. That's the way it goes, it's the nature of the
church showing devils hidden in the shadows, exposed by the light, exploding in the battle.
People that tune into the PimpyCast obviously have no lives. If you're listening to this, you must be one of them. The PimpyCast, only on the PimpyK Multiverse Network.
What up, everybody? Welcome back to the PimpyCast, segment number 3. Our homeboy and artist of the week, D-Villain, decided he was going to stick around, and unfortunately, so did Nekestro. There he is in all of his glory, drinking a Miller High Life Tall Boy, the champagne of beers, if you will.
More than a tall boy.
It is more than a tall boy. That's like a quart in a can, dude. Oh, it is a quart. That's actually a quart in a can.
That's ridiculous.
That shit's been in the fridge, in the fucking studio fridge forever, and I didn't even realize that's what it was. I thought it was like a regular old fucking tall boy. No, that's a fucking quart in a can. Hold that up a little bit closer to the fucking. That shit's huge.
That's a highlight.
80% water.
Damn,
though.
how much would you get if you recycled that can, man? I mean, that's fucking.
Not much more.
Jeez.
Scrap prices are down right now.
Dude, really? Is that what you had? You can tell this motherfucker ain't got shit going on in his life. Or
Just
one,
being honest,
he knows what the scrap prices are right now.
That's ridiculous.
It's cold as fuck.
I know how much for a spot of gold too, though.
He's got his power back on now, though, so he's heading the right direction. You know what I'm saying? He'll be. I mean, don't get me wrong. He'll be a gutter boy till the day he dies. But no matter how much money he gets, I'm gonna let you know now. That's the way he prefers to live his life.
Yeah,
that's a no.
Yeah, if I was the millionaire, I'd look like a bum. I'll tell you that shit.
Sweatpants, beanie. I'm like, shit. Have $1 million. Not give a fuck.
D, I forgot you were here, man. You doing all right, man?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing really
that,
good.
or you
I'm being high. Like
you forgot you were here so much that I just fucking went along with you, dog.
Yeah, I mean, I was doing the host thing, so I was in this bitch.
I brought up the chat box a second ago and noticed that we had a little bit of action. I know there's a little bit of a delay, and I think you guys might have typed this in who knows when, but we're gonna go ahead and bring those up. Let me pull these down just a little bit. I know these colors aren't exactly perfect. This is a very new feature that we're adding to the show,
cool.
so I'm going to bring it up. So you got your homeboy, what's that? Exquisite Shots. You know who that is?
Yes, that's Quake, the DJ Quake.
DJ Quake, that's what's up. Hey, DJ Quake, I appreciate you watching the show. That's pretty badass. And down here towards the bottom, we got Mr. Terrell Joyce.
Rello. The funny shit is that he told me, he was like, man,
Rello.
He said, don't mention my real name, and boom, it pop up.
Boom,
like, all right,
yeah.
You. Got you.
That's that Rello.
The bad thing, Mr. Rello, is too bad you were late to the show, because I disclaimed at the very beginning that we were going to be showing live chat. So for now on, I would sign up for a name that doesn't have that. Because Mr. Rello, we know who you are for Rello.
Hell no.
Sorry about that, homie. No, but that's badass. Fucking the villain army showing out in numbers. That's really cool. We've had quite a few viewers on this live stream, and that's
cool.
It's all about your people, because that's what we do here. We do a little bit of promoting, but the whole idea behind this show is a scratch your back type of thing. So my thing is, I'm gonna bring you on the show. I'm gonna build you a profile on the page. I'm gonna give you a report that shows all of the statistics of the traffic that we generate for you. We'll sell merchandise on our website for you. Even if you don't, if you have ideas for merchandise but you don't have the money to print them, you give me the idea for the merchandise and I'll have them printed and I will sell them for you on the website. Once that merchandise makes enough money to cover the overhead, then everything else will go directly to you. We won't take a fucking single penny of the profit. And then and once that happens, you can take that money and go produce merch somewhere else and sell it somewhere else. And I'm not going to give two shits and a fuck, because like I said, and all we ask in return, we don't want anything monetarily. All we ask is that you promote the show that you're on, that you ask people to subscribe to our channel, and that because we know we're going to get your fans. Plus, we're going to get our regulars. And that's the equation here that makes everything perfect. Why would I want to charge you when you're probably,
like we're helping each other. So
right.
Like,
the whole point is we bring on artists that are either independent or unsigned. You know what I mean? We'll bring on signed artists if they're signed to their own independent label. But typically, those people are in the red for music anyway. Right. They're already not making money in music. So if I was to say, hey, man, $1,000, I'll bring you on the show, that would be some fucked up shit. in all honesty, considering what you get,
people be doing that shit though.
Yeah, considering what you get, is it worth it? It's probably worth more than that. But I say this now, and this is unless I end up selling this out to some type of corporate interest, which I would if the money was right. Not gonna lie to you. Not saying I'm about to sell out, but I'm just letting you know. But as long as I'm running this show and this show goes, as long as I'm the host of this show and it's branded the way it is and it's my show, I'll never charge a dime to a single fucking artist that wants to come on and promote his music. Period. All I'm gonna ask, that looked really gay, by the way. Next time we'll have to do. Yeah,
you know what? Every time I do that, I mean, it's
no. I wasn't saying it was. I wasn't saying it was you that looked gay. It was Alex that looked gay.
No. It's like you don't know if you're gonna get the dap, you know if you're gonna get the hand slap, and so you just kind of just go with it. Like, okay, what you gonna do? Like,
dude, you know why? You know who Les Claypool is?
No.
He's the bass player for Primus. All right.
Did it just come down here?
They did. They were just here.
Yeah,
They're probably one of the greatest bass players of all time, and I've met him multiple times. And when you meet him, he doesn't do he does what he calls the potato, which ain't no fist bump. He does the top to top, and he calls it the potato. I don't know why the fuck he calls it that, but he does.
Ridiculous.
But he won't shake hands or anything because one, he makes his money with his hands, and when you get a fan or anybody that's over, or sometimes you just get that douche that wants to prove that he's not starstruck, so he's I'm gonna squeeze your hand and show you I'm a fucking man. You're a bitch for fucking doing that. That's $1 million fucking hand that you just tried to. You know what I'm saying? Like it's fucked up. So
squeeze this shit harder. Like, okay.
But he said that wasn't ultimately the reason that he started doing that. He started doing it because it just got so uncomfortable trying to figure out what it was that people were wanting to do that he just put his hand out there. Yeah. And if somebody bumps it not too hard, he's cool with it. But he's kind of one of these type of
that's where I'm at.
A top and under type of guy, which is really cool, man.
Good for him.
That
guy's the shit.
I just figured like at the angle that we're at, that was just.
It's kind of weird that you have a redneck that just somehow was born and lives in the fucking Bay Area in California. Like, there's no other rednecks. You know what I'm saying? Dude was born in the San Francisco, in the fucking East Bay, the Oakland area, Berkeley area, and he's all this, fucking all nasally. Like, I never understood that shit. Doesn't make, he does like to fish a lot though. But I mean, if you listen to his music,
Recessive
that's obvious
genes.
because every third song of his is about fishing. You know what I mean? So, John the Fisherman, you get to do that. That's really cool, man. I'm glad you got to stick around. Well, this is a couple things we're gonna do this segment that we have not done in the past. Like I said, it's all new. It's season 2. We got all kinds of new shit going. We got a new backdrop. I hope you guys like it. We got unlike we did before. We had the big window with some shit outside, but this time we actually have some shit going on. We got some lightning going on out there. We got the cool little TV, as you guys can see right here, which if I scroll down and we get rid of villain, which I'm going to leave you up because you are the featured artist. We got the cool little PMVN static looking, I used to call it the amp farm. What did you call that growing up, man? Well, you grew up in the age where you were like digital. Like you didn't even
call that too broke for cable.
Yeah,
static.
You know what I used to call it? You remember back when like the porn was on like the pay-per-view and you'd get this screen and like every now and then it would start to come in. Like, dude, DJ had the power to fucking move that shit out of the way. He'd be like like maybe just enough to see a pussy lip or a nipple, but it was awesome. Like dude, I'm telling you, like it was like maybe a split second, not even like a full second, maybe 2 seconds if you're lucky. But we're talking about middle school, so that was enough to rub off like 36 times over the next 6 months. You know what I'm saying? It was like just enough. There's a nipple. I mean, sometimes it was an elbow, but I acted like it was still a nipple. You know what I mean? So I had something to tell the kids when I went to middle school the next day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, ridiculous.
I had to have an excuse if I got caught jacking off in his mom's bedroom. You know what I mean? Damn, I didn't think you were gonna wake up. You know what I mean? You know what I forgot to do? Another thing I want to do, and I want you to remind me because we decided that, we were going to bring some comedians on. Remember? So remind me to fucking to send those notifications out because I'd like to do that. That's another thing. We got a couple comedians that have already guaranteed to come on this season. We haven't quite booked them, so we don't have an exact date or episode yet. But look, it's the PMVN featured artist of the week. That means it doesn't necessarily have to be a musician. It can be, artist. It's got to be some type of performing. You know what I mean? It can't be none of that none of that gay theater shit where you put on spandex and act all weird and shit like the dude does in The Big Lebowski. You know what I'm talking about? None of that. I'm a cactus. See my pretty thorns. None of that faggy shit. It's got to be, and it's got to be edgy. It's got to be hardcore to some extent. Look, I don't care.
Hustle too.
I'm not a big fan. Right. I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big fan of country music by any means. You know what I mean? But if you got some raw fucking independent underground country music going on that's edgy, then I'm gonna bring you on the show and I'm gonna fucking put you on blast because that's what we do here at the PimpyCast, right here on the PimpyK Multiverse Network. So we're gonna go ahead and put some contact information back up on the. We're going to put some contact information on the screen. So I need my co-host to be ready for that.
That's offensive to my retarded friends.
They probably didn't get it. So what do we got here, man? What do we got?
All right. You can contact us. Facebook.com/PimpyK. Twitter at MrPimpyK.com. Or, yeah. Whatever. You can read. Radio, and then email radio.
But you can't. That's the problem.
And subscribe and follow. And do all this weird shit on Instagram and Facebook.
You guys remember you can contact us.
Twiddle my Twitter. Whatever you want to do, man. You tweet me so hard.
Let me show you how it's done, man. You guys can contact us Facebook.com/PimpyK. Hit us up on Twitter at Mr. PimpyK or email radio@pimpyk.com. And don't forget you can hit us on the live YouTube chat. If you guys want to win some free shit, go ahead and like the Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and when you're done, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. And when you're done doing that, send an email to radio@pimpyk.com and let us know what your usernames are on social media, and we will do a drawing, and you can win some free shit. We got PMVN t-shirts, we got PimpyCast decals, we've got decals for the Deal with Villarreal, which is another show that happens right here Mondays and Wednesdays. He's out right now. He's on leave, but that show will be picking back up shortly. We got PimpyCast decals, PMVN decals, Dill decals. We got PMVN t-shirts. We're going to be starting the web store soon, so we'll even give you guys the opportunity to to buy that shit. It'll be fucking at as low of a cost as we can possibly do it. And as always, that's sponsored by AJ Custom Graphics, and I'm gonna try to get their image up here. Typically it's up there and we didn't, so there it is. It's you can hit them up. Everything Camo on Facebook. These guys, they do printing for bands. They do full wraps too, and one of the big things that they do, and one of their most popular things that they do is camo wrapping. They'll camo wrap anything. Like they went and camo wrapped somebody's toilet for them. Like what kind of fucking redneck would want that? But see, me, I wouldn't be able to see it anymore, and I'd end up pissing all over the place. Like, you know, I mean, I kind of, yeah, exactly. I kind of do that anyway. Anyway, guys, that's AJ Custom Graphics. You can get them AJ Custom Graphics at yahoo.com. And if you go to pimpyk.com and you check out the featured artist, they're the sponsors. All the information you need to get a hold of them, including phone number, email, and all of that is there. Their Facebooks and all of that. So they are definitely not hard to get a hold of, and it's really cool. They're not like any of the other websites. One, if you tell them I sent you, tell them PimpyK sent you, you're gonna get a discount. Bad enough as it is, it's pretty cool. Number two, this isn't like the other sites where you just upload a fucking photo, make your fucking order and hope it comes back right. They're going to set up a consultation with you. They're going to fucking send you some samples of what they look like. And then once you agree that, yes, this is what I want, then they'll process your order. You'll pay the motherfuckers and they'll ship it to you. It's fucking that fucking simple. And like I said, if you tell them PimpyK sent you, you're going to get a fucking discount. Look, if you're in a band or if you're doing any type of fucking project where you need shit printed, these are the guys that you need to get. So head over to pimpyk.com and they'll have all that information that you need there. What else we got? We just did the contact. Oh, you know what? Before we go ahead and close out this this episode, Mr. Co-host, I think we should probably do the tip of the day. I need to make a graphic for this. Like I planned on doing this at work, you know, because I'm usually pretty lazy there. But these motherfuckers went and made me work today. It was some bullshit.
It happens, man.
Dude, I was even working on my lunch break.
Oh, shit happens.
No. That shit don't happen to me. What? I'm an IT guy. I'm not used to working.
Happens to normal humans.
I don't have a single callus on these. Well, I do on my left hand, but I don't have any calluses on this hand right here. I think we covered that a few minutes ago. Hell no. All right. So basically what we're going to do from now on, and I guess right here at the end towards segment 3, because it'd be a cool thing to go out with, what we're going to do is we're going to just give a little tip and trick for unsigned artists, something that you know you can use in everyday life, recording. Like I said earlier in the episode, it can be just anything from a tip on advertising and promotions and things of this nature. It might be tips and tricks on EQing vocals or instruments or mixing specific instruments or mixing vocals, anything like that, or running live sound. I mean, it can be for anything. Or another cool one is, and I could fucking write a book on this, dealing with sound men. A lot of guys out there, they have fucking problems with sound. Man, the sound man fucked me. Yeah, I hear these stories all, oh man, this sound man was fucking awesome. Why isn't all sound men like that? It's because you probably didn't communicate properly with the sound man, so you didn't get what the fuck it is that you wanted. Now, listen, I know there's some shitty...
Or the stage manager was a douche.
Right, there's that too. Now, I know for a fact that there's some shitty sound guys out there. I've dealt with them. I've given them all the instructions they needed and shit was still fucked up. But for the most part, when I see people bitch about the sound guy, it's because they didn't give them, one, they came with a show dat that wasn't mastered. So, you know, how is he supposed to get your vocals right when track 2 is hitting right. 6 dBs over and then the next one is -6? You know what I mean? Like, what are you going to do about that? Damn, I guess maybe that's what I can do right now. I was going to go with the promotional thing. Maybe we'll save that for next week. Let's talk about that. Yeah, that's going to be the tip of the week. How do you set up? How do you talk to? And what is it that you need to do to make sure that you get good sound, specifically from the house, right?
I say get your shit mastered.
Oh no, absolutely. One, yeah. If you're bringing a show dat on CD or any type of media that requires an autoplay type of thing, make sure you're mastered out. Even if it means just, you know, and like I said, I'll do a show where I tell you guys the in and outs of mastering, but I'm not even talking about a full master. I'm just talking about like running it through Ozone or something and give it a nice industry sound where every track peaks out at 0. And if you do that, the sound guy's gonna have so much free time that he's gonna make sure your vocals are good, because he's not gonna be busy turning up and down the volume of your beats. You know what I mean? He's not gonna be constantly trying to turn the EQ down here and
making them work.
Right, exactly. Because if he's busy doing that the whole time, then I can promise you that he's not going to mix your vocals worth of shit. That's just the way it's going to be. So that's very good, man. Very good. That's a very good tip. But listen, what you need to do is you need to let him know what you have and how it hits, and you need to basically say, look, here's what I got. I got let's say 5 tracks. All of them are pretty smooth. On track 4, it hits a little bit hard at the beginning. So if you could bring the vocals up just a little bit, and then after that end of that splash where it goes into the first verse, you can start lowering it back down to where you had it. You know, you got to actually talk to him. You got to have done enough rehearsal and practicing that where things are, even in your own sound. When you're just running through it at the house, you got to know where, this needs this needs that.
Some spots got terrible sound in general, though.
No, that's the truth. But see, this matters even more in houses with bad sound.
You're right, yeah.
Because just because a house has bad sound, that's not necessarily a shot at the guy that's running sound. You know what I mean? He's probably doing the best with what he has. Yeah. Before they upgraded some of that shit at the handlebar, that shit was really bad. I'm not saying it's super good now, but if you get a good sound guy, he can make even that sound fucking good if he needs to.
You're just going to take shots at motherfuckers now, huh, man?
Kenny don't give a fuck.
I can't even believe you just said that. Holy shit. I'm going to tell Jimmy, you ain't ever playing there again.
I said, you don't be giving a fuck. I ain't saying nothing about Jimmy. I said, you don't be giving a fuck.
I think he missed that whole thing, didn't he? You high motherfucker.
What up?
But look, yeah, here's the thing. Look, you know what you have, and you know what it's capable of, and you know how it's supposed to sound. If you relay that back to the sound guy and you explain it in terminology and verbiage that is what he wants to hear and that he understands, then you're going to get what you want. Now, if you say, well, I don't know what to say, I don't know what it needs, then you're not ready to perform live yet. Maybe you should go back and practice and study up, and then we'll see you later. That's just the way that is. Yeah. Period. Everybody's got to start somewhere. Nobody's a genius at the beginning.
I feel like
that's not necessarily the artist's fucking job either.
I feel like if you're hands-on with your craft, if you want to get your point across, you gotta talk to the people anyways. You gotta talk to your DJ. You gotta talk to the sound guy that's in the back. Like, if it's not verbal, you gotta do it physically. I mean, body language. Like, you gotta orchestrate shit.
There's a couple signals that are industry standard signals. Like, for example, if you need monitoring to come up, you point at your ears and you say up. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? If you want your vocals up, you point at the mic and you say up. You know what I mean? You don't just go, turn that fucking volume up, sound guy. Because motherfuckers do that all the time. They're like, fuck you. You don't talk to me like that.
Ridiculous.
Because that's how I would be. I don't give a fuck who you are.
I mean, I can talk to the sound guy, or I can talk to my DJ, like, in between tracks. Like, if I know how to, like, if you orchestrate your tracks, you practice it enough, and you know, like, what's going on, I guess. Right. Like, you just know your music. So, like, you have time to be like, hey, so-and-so, can you turn my music down, or can you turn my vocals up, or, like, I can't hear myself out of this. So, like,
right. And another thing that a lot of people need to understand that I don't think they do is you can be, when you're on stage, the quality of how it sounds on stage, I mean, sometimes you have some really good monitoring and that's cool, but what it sounds like on stage doesn't mean shit. I've done shows where all I heard was but everybody was like, dude, the fucking quality, that shit sounded fucking badass.
I can't hear myself at all.
Yeah. You know what I mean? All you can control, the only thing you should ever be asking for anyway is monitoring. Because if you think you know what it sounds like in front of you, because usually you're behind the subs, you're behind everything, so you're catching the low end. You're catching the low end frequencies. You're not hearing things very well. So if you have all of that going on and you still say, man, this motherfucker's got me down too low, then that's probably the monitor. Man, turn that shit all the way up. How many times have you heard him? Man, just turn it all the way up.
I put it this way: project. Like, you fucking speak up.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Man, like, the way
get into the mic.
The way I talk now and the way I perform, it's like two complete different fucking levels.
Spit like you care about what you're talking about.
Right. See, that's a whole other thing. You should definitely have some sort of mic control, some vocal control when you have the mic. You need to have that technique. You need to understand exactly exactly how it works. You know, if you're getting loud, move away from that motherfucker just a little bit.
The MC talking.
You know what I mean? Because if you spend 30 minutes screaming into the mic and all of a sudden you're doing one of your slower jams and you can't hear yourself, that's your fucking fault. You should have been screaming in the mic because the motherfucker turned you down to the right level. But now you're doing this key sweat shit. You know what I'm saying? All soft, smooth, all soft and smooth.
Hell no.
I didn't try to act like Tracy, but I kind of did a little bit. Sorry, Tracy Morgan. I know you almost died in a wreck. I'm Tracy Morgan, though.
All the billions of people, you pick Tracy.
All right. Guys, it's going to be kind of an abrupt ending. I'm actually in the middle of producing the credit rolls and all that. So I guess we can. I know we already played it, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and end this with another track. I think way back's what we did last. So what was the other one?
Get It In is what we did first.
So I guess we'll do that then, because I don't have the other ones on here right now. Eventually we will. You guys can hear all of this and then all the other featured artists spinning on PMVN Radio. If you go to pimpyk.com and go to the PMVN Radio link, everything you need is right there. That rotation spins 24/7. Which we're going to be doing a lot more promotion on that soon, because I'm thinking about starting to split some stuff up and getting some other channels running. But PMVN Radio is running 24/7. This man's on rotation along with the rest of the artists. I want to thank D Villain. I'm sitting here trying to load a track. So which one was it that we need to do this time? Is it Get It In? Okay. So I want to appreciate you coming out and doing the show, man. Is real as shit.
No problem. I said the angle. I want to do the fist bump. The angle.
Well, I gave up on you and the bullshit. It doesn't make for good TV. It just doesn't happen.
Well, we're like, what did we miss? They'll be like,
Anyway, man, you're welcome back anytime. If you ever want to promote something, just give me about a week's notice. You can come on the show, promote whatever you want to.
I said, figure it out. We right down the street.
That's the real. Oh yeah, and I just found out this motherfucker lives right down the street, so that's cool as shit too. Perfect. All right, we got Nekestro, I guess, in the house. Thank you, baby boy. Thank you for fucking showing up. Nobody else ever does. I appreciate that. All right, guys. For Nekestro, Mr. D Villain on PimpyK. This has been the PimpyCast on the PimpyK Multiverse Network. Thanks for watching.
When you do this shit for you, 100% for you can grind and stay up for 5 or 6 days and not really be tired because it's for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers be at work and be bummed out. Fuck, I'm in this bitch. It's because you in that bitch for him. You're not in there for you. We in this bitch for us. So just grind for yourself and you just gonna get this shit done, man. And just do you. It's all gonna pay out, man.
I see I've been the topic of discussion. I guess I must be doing something right then. There's levels to these things, homie, I know. But all I ever learned to do was win and win. Many men have stood in front of me, but now many won't. The bright side is that I've never backed down and I won't. It's always like a scary movie when it comes down to the dough. Patience must be shown. You see